Here, Spur back with another video, and I just got done watching this brand new horror movie that just dropped on VOD called All Fun and Games. This is starring Asa Butterfield and Natalia Dyer, better known as Nancy Wheeler from Stranger Things. That's how I'm always going to know her as. But when I saw this trailer and I just saw the premise, I was just automatically intrigued. So you got this cursed knife, similar to like an Evil Dead kind of premise. When somebody reads from the books, that person gets possessed, and it kind of you know. But you have a cursed knife. But here's the catch: after the person gets possessed, you have to play these games. What games are these, you ask? Games like Hangman, hide and go seek, tag, and Red Rover are some of the games that they play once they get possessed. But you have Asa Butterfield here playing Marcus. He's the older brother. Jonah, the younger brother. Natalia is playing this character named Billy. I forget what her real name is, but there's a reason why she just likes to be called Billy. You know, you have this kind of close, but they're always kind of at each other's necks. They're kind of like, they all kind of want their independence from one another. And there's some obvious kind of things going on with the father not being around. One gripe that I have about this movie is how it starts is they show you the ending, pretty much how it ends. And then they go into Billy kind of narrating on what exactly happened and how it happened, where Jonah came across this knife just breaking into this old kind of house. They live in Salem, by the way, so I like the kind of setting and, that lore of Salem and the Salem witch trials and stuff like that. That plays a huge part in this movie. So Jonah comes across this knife, and he just kind of takes it back with him, starts to clean it off, and as he starts to read off the words, he doesn't finish it just yet, and he starts getting the sweats, like he popped a molly or some shit, and he starts to kind of play games with his sister and his brother and her friends and whatnot, because they all want to kind of get out, but Billy is pretty much stuck looking over Jonah, so everybody kind of goes there to kind of drink a little bit. Their uncle also lives with them in their basement. So once Jonah starts to kind of get somewhat possessed, not fully, but he gets people to kind of play these games, which is kind of a weird kind of setup anyways, how it kind of goes down. And then this is where the movie kind of kicks off. And I kind of give it credit for it being a shorter movie. It's only like about an hour and 15 minutes or 16 minutes. So the pacing is just like really quick. There's really no character development throughout this whole entire film besides like Jonah. So then once they're able to play this game, Marcus ends up kind of reading off everything off the knife, and then he gets possessed, and this is where Asa Butterfield comes in as pretty much the main killer in this movie. And I was okay with that, but it's just where this movie falls short is they have a really dope premise with just being possessed. You have to play these games. The games themselves were very underutilized, which I feel like they could have done something way more creative or thought certain things out a little bit more. Like they had this game of hide and go seek, and that really was a little lackluster. The shit with tag was probably the best game. I was like, wow, I wanted to see more of that. Not enough of a body count, because there's still quite a few people left. Maybe there's going to be a sequel because it kind of hints at that, but I doubt it. There's some lore, like I said, with the whole Salem witch trial, and the lore behind the knife itself was cool. There's some weird, like, trippy effects that are very cheap. You could just tell. But the whole movie outside of that is pretty well produced, I would say. I just feel like they could have given more creative kills and probably spent more time fleshing out these characters and making you care for them or making them somewhat interesting other than just Jonah. It's kind of disappointing. This movie is overall disappointing. You might get a kick out of it. You might actually enjoy it. I just think it kind of falls flat. If they make a sequel, maybe they can improve on that. But if you have seen this movie, let me know your thoughts of it in the comments below. Till next time, I'm out. Peace.